going on, Stop Flippers? I'm back. I was out of town for a few days. Come back to check out the house. I'm pumped. It is starting to look amazing. It's a little bit loud out here. We do have power now, but we got an air compressor running. The guys are working hard inside, and I want to take you inside to check out all the stuff that's going on. There's the need for the air compressor. Putting in some new baseboards down here, making sure cleaning it all up, looking nice. But you can tell we got everything in here painted. Can't even tell there used to be a hole in the wall right there. It looks great. Got you. There's Joe putting in the new lights. Make sure it looks good in here. As you can see, we got this whole thing closed in, textured in, and painted. Can't even tell. Looks great. The bathroom. The bathroom is looking fantastic. It's all got all the drywall back in. We got the vent ready to go. We got the three-piece surround in. They cover it up so the debris doesn't get in there. Right here, we closed in that window. No more window. A completely closed-in bathroom. Over here, as you can tell, we fixed the problems with the board right here. We got it all closed up. Redoing the boards, getting ready to sand. A little bit of touch-up paint. Something I've learned personally is paint before you start sanding the floors, because in case you splatter, that ain't gonna mess it up. So we got that fixed. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but we got the outside of the house painted as well. So the house is completely painted on the outside, looks great. We got to do a little bit of touch-up work on the frame. Oh, and the kitchen. You got to see the kitchen. Forgot the kitchen. We finally got the board done, or the wall done, excuse me. The wall done. Remember, we had to put in a false wall here to hide the hot water heater that used to sit right here in the breakfast area. Doesn't make any sense. So we put in a false wall. It's about 4 inches off. We've got everything running there. He's taping and floating. That's why they call it taping, because there's a big piece of tape between the joints. Then they put some mud over the top. What we did is we rerouted it out here to this shed that's out here in the outside. So right here on this shed, we're going to be putting in the water heater. I mean, the water heater's already in here. We're going to be putting in the washer and dryer right here. And the last thing that we did, as you can tell, we repainted the house. Outside of the house, it's looking fantastic. Last thing is that the electrical inspector's coming tomorrow. So we do have power now. The guys have been using it. However, we just need to get it inspected, so they'll put the meter in and we're good to go. The house is looking great. I bet you anything these guys have it done by the end of the week, because right now it's all just finished work. It's just making sure it looks pretty, ready to go. Also, I'm pumped because we have had a lot of calls on this house. I've been getting calls. Adam's been getting calls. We've been getting calls non-stop. I think we've had 3 people fill out the applications. And tomorrow, I'm going to talk to you all about what our application process entails, what to look for, what to ask for, how to get your money down. We're going to go through all those details. But we've had 3 people fill out applications so far, and I've gotten probably, I'm going to go with 20 phone calls. So we've been getting a lot of calls, and that's just with the 1 sign out front. That's it. That's all we've done is put 1 sign out front, and we've gotten 20 phone calls. And I can't wait to market it a little bit harder once we get it finished. We'll see you real soon. Talk to you again. All right, Stop Flippers, we're back at Yolanda. It's been 2 days since I've been here. Right now, nobody's here actually working on the rehab. Oh, by the way, I got Eric here behind me. Nobody's actually here working on the rehab because we're waiting for the final electrical inspection. So because of that, nobody can be in the house. We can't be using anything. So it's actually pretty vacant, and it's going to give us a good chance to walk through and see what's going on. So, as you can tell, we got a new front door. Had a little bit of issues there. Just about everything's done here except for the floors. We've got everything painted. We just need to get the floors redone, which is coming up. The kitchen's still got a little bit of ways to go. Just got to finish rehabbing, getting the texture in there. If you remember, we're actually going to be redoing all of these cabinets and saving those for us. We've got our wall in here done. This was covering up all that piping. Starting to look pretty good. We just got they got it taped, got it floated. Now we just got to come through and texture and paint. Eric, are we getting a new stove?
No, we're gonna see it. Those trash. We don't put new stoves. We don't leave stoves. We just get rid of them.
No stoves.
Why it's still here, I don't know.
All right.
Just got to get with the contractor.
bathroom's coming along. As you can see, we got almost everything. We just got to finish the texture in here.
Remember, there used to be a window. We ended up filling that window.
Yeah, we got rid of the window.
No one wants a window in the bathroom. At least where the shower's at.
My neighbors want one so they can see me. And this is pretty much it. So now the next problem we have, Eric, is we've got to start worrying about marketing this property.
Yep.
So how are we going to market this property, Eric? What are we going to be doing?
Well, the first thing you got to do is wait till it's done, obviously. And then we'll come in here and get a detail clean. You can see, I don't know if you can see this or not, but like a lot of your windows are real dirty. You know, and a lot of that matters. I mean, these are filthy. Look at that. So we'll come in, we'll get a razor blade, cut all this, clean it, clean the whole house. The floors still have to be redone. We're still, maybe a week away. Once the floors are done, then, and the house is completely done, completely cleaned. We got potpourri in here. It smells good. Maybe a little bit of staging. You got to sell your house, right? So how do you do that? The number one way we sell our houses is with bandit signs. Little yellow chloroplast signs like this in front of the house.
I got the epic bandit sign. We got that.
But you don't want to just put it in front of the house. You want to go ahead and go down the streets, go find some major intersections in and around your house, put out about 15 to 20 of them or more. That way you're capturing, because you don't have that many people just driving right in front of your house. But there may be a major road 4 streets over that you get 10 times the traffic. So you want to make sure you have signs in and around it. Home Depots, HEBs, things like that, they all work great. We also do what's called a 10-10-20. It's just a flyer or a door hanger, however you want to do it. And you go 10 houses to the right of your house and put the flyer out. 10 houses to the left, put the flyer out. And then 20 houses across the street. So you're making kind of a rectangle of marketing. And you can basically say, hey, pick your own neighbor, choose your own neighbor. Hey, we have a house for sale. Do you have any family members looking for properties in the area, looking for a home in the area, etc., etc. Facebook works really well. A lot of cities have like groups, like San Antonio. There's some real estate groups. We have one sales lady that sells exclusively through Facebook. I mean, 99% of her houses are Facebook. She just goes on there, puts a picture, description of the property, price, etc., owner finance, and she gets calls. Craigslist, a great way to do it. You've got any other, sort of online community. Backpage would be one. What else? What else is, you're the social butterfly. What else is there out there?
I bet you know all about Backpage.
So, the...
I love that name.
Yeah. So you've got 10-10-20, you've got bandit signs, which we use, which sells most of our houses. Facebook, Craigslist, Twitter if you've got a good following. Other realtors, you can just start calling realtors in the area, driving around, seeing signs, things like that. Open houses are great. On a weekend, put out some balloons, drive around, put out signs, open house, sit out front, and capture people that way. Also, if you've already sold houses before, you should be keeping those people's addresses, and you can mail to past clients. Those are the main ways. There's a lot, you can get real creative with selling a house, but those are the ones that work for us.
All right, so it sounds like my homework assignment is going to be to get some bandit signs set up.
Yep.
Go get my flyers made.
Yep.
And wait for them to finish the house.
Exactly.
Gotcha. So we got some work to do. We're going to get on it. We'll see you soon. Okay, so what's the deal with realtors? We were just talking about that. I needed y'all to hear this. So what's the deal with realtors? So
the problem with realtors is like every now and again we'll get a realtor that calls us and says, hey, I got a client for the house. And obviously we say, hey, submit your offer and everything. But number one is, we're not listing the house on the MLS, so we're not offering a real estate commission. You can add it to the price or however you want to do it. But the main thing is realtors don't understand, most realtors, let me rephrase that. There are no absolutes. Most realtors don't understand owner financing. They're used to traditional deals. They've done hundreds of them, and they're just kind of like zombies. They go through and this is how you do a deal. This is what is expected. The seller always pays title policy. We're always going to get it inspected, blah, 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 blah. And when they come to us and they say, here's my offer, here's this, here's that. We want you to do this. We want $3,000 towards closing costs. We want this, we want that. And we go, no, we don't do it that way. Here's how we do it. Most of the time they go, You know, I don't know how to do this. This isn't normal. You know, this isn't the traditional way to do it. What do you mean you're not paying title policy? What do you mean you won't put money towards the buyer's closing costs? You know, so 9 out of 10 times we end up tying up a house. 3 weeks down the road, they end up backing out. And you know, especially with higher interest rates, I mean, realtors just, like I said, most realtors, there are some owner finance realtors that are really good, but most realtors just don't understand how it works. So educate them prior to tying up your house for 3 weeks. Sit down, explain the entire process, and say, hey, if your client is interested in this, great. The other thing is traditional financing. I mean, we're an owner finance company. So we have people that come to us and say, hey, we want to get a bank loan. And 9 out of 10 times those deals fall apart too, because most of these houses are older and they don't qualify for FHA, or there's some issue that people don't qualify, or they barely qualify, and then like a week before closing, you know, the underwriter finds something and the whole deal falls apart. So what we usually say is, hey, we'll owner finance it to you. There's no prepayment penalties, there's no balloon payments. If you want to refinance it later with your bank, that's fine. But we've tied up more deals for months with realtors and traditional financing, only to have them fall apart. And you know, we're here to help people that can't get those things. I mean, that's what we do. You know, we're here to help the hardworking families of our community. And if we're out dealing with realtors and traditional financing, then we're not really helping out the people that we got in business to help out. So we stay away from all those. It'll help you sleep better at night. It'll get rid of a lot of stress. Just stick to what you do. Owner finance, owner finance, owner finance.
All right, so it sounds like if we end up with a realtor, we need to make sure they understand it's our rules,
Right out
not
the
the
gate.
bank's rules.
Don't put it under contract until they understand what's going on.
Gotcha. Because I've got a realtor buddy of mine that keeps calling me. He does. He's like, how can I help? I saw what you're doing online. It looks awesome. How can I help? And I'm like, I'm not really sure. So this is why it's a good thing to ask.
Once you tell them, hey, it's you know, 11.3% interest or 10.9% interest, we don't pay title policy. The buyer pays all closing costs. You know, we need 10,000 down, etc., etc. They usually go, well, you can't do that. You know, that's not normal. You know, and they usually
But this
run.
is my house, my rules. That's the
Exactly,
way we're gonna do it. All right, so that's good information. So write that down. Stay away from realtors unless you have a very good heart-to-heart beforehand.
Yep.
Hey, Stop Flippers, real quick, as we're going around doing the marketing, my #1 goal right now is to make sure that the people fill out the application. I'm trying to get them pre-qualified as far as I can before we get this house finished. That way we're ready to go as soon as we can. Now, you can get the documents, and we'll explain all of this thoroughly as soon as Eric and Mike and I all sit down. But you can get the documents through our course, so make sure you're checking out our course. If you're not a member of the course package right now, go take a look at it. It's something you want to get because we have all of these forms ready for you, filled out. All of it's been pre-approved by us, making sure that you don't miss anything that goes on. So take a look at the course again, and that's where you'll find all these documents downloadable with the course. Hey, Stop Flippers, I am so pumped. I'm back up here at Yolanda. What's going on? I've got Debbie here with me. Say hi, Debbie. And they came in. Now, the bad news was they didn't speak English real well, and I didn't speak Spanish real well.